just go with me on this. Back in your notes, we're going to go to page 16. Perfect. 16. Number 5, a plane. Plane. A plane is a flat surface that is kind of like a line in that it extends forever in all directions. We'll write it and then we'll think about what it's saying. A plane is a flat surface extending forever in all directions. A flat surface extending forever in all directions. And actually, Noah, now that we're back in the notes, could you wait till we're done with the notes, or do you really need to go? Okay, keep signing up. The whiteboard is almost like a plane. Whiteboard's a flat surface. It would be a plane. Oh, before we go on, Mr. Smith is a student at Framingham State who wants to become a math teacher. So he's just gonna join us for the next 30 minutes or so. He'll come in from time to time. The board is kind of like a plane if it went down forever and up forever and over. We can't actually draw that because I don't know what that would look. Well, we can't draw something actually going on forever. My piece of paper is kind of like a plane if it went on forever that way, down that way. I'm going to try to draw this sort of three-dimensionally, trying to show like a flat surface. This is not an entire plane, but we're going to go this way forever and that way forever. A flat surface. That's really all you need to know, a flat surface. And I don't think we're going to bother with the naming for those things because it doesn't really get used much in here. Number 6, I have 2 words. Collinear and coplanar. Collinear and coplanar. Okay, we're going to switch to English class for a moment. Do you know what the prefix co means? I've got one big no. What was that? Like 2 people. Some of your classes have co-teachers, 2 people working together. If you're on an airplane, they don't just have like a pilot. They have a pilot and a co-pilot. 2 people working together. Co actually means together. Co means together. In Spanish, not in Spanish, con. In Portuguese, com, I think, C-O-M, together. Do you see another word inside here? Aviana? Line. Together, line. Collinear means together on the same line. And you know what? I'm going to skip the together part and just say on the same line. Things that are collinear, we're writing right over there. Collinear on the same line. What word's inside coplanar? Plane. What do you think that means? Well, no, sorry, what does the whole coplanar mean? Absolutely on the same surface. I'm going to be a little more literal and just say on the same plane. On the same plane. On the same plane. And Ms. Bocelli, I'm not ready yet for the words on the side.
And when you do you want them on the second?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wasn't.
First one,
That's also why I took down the ones that were there, and it wasn't really the order I wanted. Okay. We are going to end this. We're going to start that. So, we're just going to do collinear for right now. I've got some crazy drawing. We're looking at the part 3 worksheet. I've got a crazy drawing with a bunch of lines. I want to figure out, are these points collinear on the same line? Okay. F, H, K. Are those on the same line? Your answer is collinear. It asks you, are they collinear or not collinear? We're going to say collinear. G, K, I'm good, M. No, I was good in the beginning, but that M, that messed it up. Not collinear. And then I want you to do 3 and 4, but don't go to the bottom yet. And Ms. Botelli, I think we can do collinear on the board. Yeah, that's it. That's where I want it.
Okay.
Thank you. Jordan, what'd you say for 3? K, L, F. K, L, yeah, F makes it not collinear. Sign out really quickly. Arthur, how about 4? M, F, J. Yes, collinear? Yeah. Doesn't matter that they don't go in the right order. They're still on the same line. Absolutely. Collinear. Do we see? Yeah. There's one other thing we can do with these. 5 through 8, we're not going to bother doing all of those. But number 5, I'm telling you 2 points, and I want to know another point that is collinear with those. So here's what I mean. J and N. Here's J. Here's N. What other point is on that line? That's what you're going to say. Do 6 and 7. Don't bother with 8. Very quickly, please. Coda, number 6. K, H, F. Good. And Nick, how about 7? H and G. Good. Not bad? You see how to do this? Well, if we can do these collinear, we can also do some that are coplanar. Are they on the same surface? We can't really use that diagram, though. I need to give you a different picture, a 3D picture. And let's hold on. Hold on. Okay. Let's see one first, and then we'll get it on the side. And you. Wait a minute. I'm so confused. That's why I don't have one. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Let's take a look at these. We cannot do coplanar from something like this because really they're all on the same flat surface. They're all on the paper. But here I'm trying to show you something three-dimensional. P, Q, M, O. Here is P. Here is Q. Here is M. Here is O. Are those on the same flat surface, same like side of the box? I think we were good for a while, but I think that O messed things up. It's like I'm here, 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 and then like over there. No, not coplanar, not on the same flat surface. L, M, O, N. L, M, O, N. Nod your head yes or shake your head no. LMON. Are they coplanar or not coplanar? Yes or no? Yes. I think yes. LMON. It's like those are all the top of our box. They're on that same flat surface. Coplanar. Do 3 and 4 and stop. And again, I kind of want you writing not yes or no, but coplanar and not coplanar. Daniela, number 3. O-N. I don't know about that one. Yeah, I don't think that's coplanar. We'd be fine if it wasn't for the Q. Not coplanar. And Leo, how about number 4? P-L-N. Yeah, it's like the back of that box over there. Coplanar. We're definitely not doing all of the next section. We're going to do 5 together. You're going to do 6 and 7 on your own. Just like the collinear ones, I'm giving you 3. I want to know the 4th one. That would be coplanar. So M-L-N-O. Do you see? Do 6 and 7. And don't go beyond that, because we still have one last thing we have to do in our notes after this. And Ms. Bocelli, I think we are good now to get coplanar up on that board. 6 and 7. Go do 6 and 7. We are going to do 3 more probably on the door after that. And I'd like all those 3 on the same door. So coplanar with collinear.
Okay.
And then we'll have 3 more words that you should
Okay,
have.
well, on tape. You have more tape.
Oh, yes.
Not yet, but I will.
That's all you were trying to ask.
Yes.
Yes. Jordan, how about number 6? O-N-R? S. Good. And Arthur, how about 7? S-M-O. S-M-O, exactly. Q in the front. Do you see? Last thing we have to talk about. There's actually 3 last words we're going to do, and we're going to get in box 7. And by the way, I told you at the beginning I needed like a little bit extra focus today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know there's a lot of writing. I promise no notes next Tuesday, just review day stuff. No notes on Wednesday. Thank you for sticking with me. Let's go back in the notes. Number 7. Pairs of lines. There are 3 ways I can describe like 2 lines at the same time. First, parallel. Parallel lines are lines on the same plane that never meet. Lines on the same plane that never meet. And I'm pretty sure you've heard that word before. Those lines are going on forever. They are never going to cross. Make sure you do get that drawing on there. Parallel lines. Well, we could also have lines that do cross. There's a fancy word for lines that cross that starts with an I, and it's kind of a long word. In something. Say that louder. Intersect. Intersect. Have you heard that one before? Intersecting. Intersecting lines. Lines on the same plane that cross, or even just meet will work. Lines on the same plane that cross. Those are never going to cross. Those cross. Oh, right, I had to move them so they wouldn't be blocking the way. But there's a third type. But I'm going to wait a moment. There's a third type. And this is a little weird. Before we do this, can you take your arms and can you show me parallel? Like, show me parallel. And I actually do need you all to do this. Show me parallel. Make them intersecting. They were parallel, now they're intersecting. I actually need you to do this to understand the next thing. Please make your arms, okay? Then I want you to pull your arms apart. Are those parallel? Going in different directions. Are they ever going to cross? No. They're on different planes, but they're not parallel. They're not intersecting. Our last name is skew. S-K-E-W. Lines not on the same plane. That are not parallel and not intersecting. And I don't think we're going to try to draw one of those because we kind of need something in, that's not how we spell it, we kind of need something in 3 dimensions. But we're going to take a look at a few on a worksheet and then we're calling it for today. We're almost there.
Would you word it as and not intersecting, just because if you read it like that.
Which I think is what I maybe wanted to say, but didn't say. It should say that. It should absolutely say that. Last sheet we're doing today. And by the way, I know at the end of class a lot of you recycle the sheets. It might be worth holding on to these, only because you're going to need them for a homework assignment a little bit later. Okay. We want to figure out if some things are parallel, intersecting, or skew. And I'm going to start with PQ. I'm going to trace that one. And ML. I know they're not really lines, they're segments here, but everything still kind of works. Parallel, intersecting, or skew. Which one do you think? Hands, if you have an idea. I see 2 hands. Eric. Perfect. Parallel, going in the same direction, not going to intersect, parallel. Good. Next, LP, this one over here, and PQ. Jordan, what was that? I wouldn't say skew. Intersecting, where do they intersect? So they don't really cross, but they do meet somewhere. They meet at P. Do you see what I'm talking about there, Jordan? Even though they're not crossing, they're meeting at P, that's good enough to be intersecting. Technically, what we should think about is if these actually weren't segments but actually lines that went on forever, then they would absolutely cross there. ON and MQ. ON here, MQ there. Skew? Yeah, you got one like this, you got one like that. They're not going to cross. Okay, you know what? Hold on. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. ON, this one, MQ. They're going in 2 different directions. You see that now? 2 different directions. They're not going to cross, but they're not going in the same direction. We're going to call them skew. I would like you to do 4, 5, and 6, and that'll be it. And that is not helping anything, so I'm going to get rid of the highlighting. 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, we don't actually need rulers anymore, so if you do want to grab those, that would be great. While you're doing this, there is no homework for next time because I don't see you tomorrow and it's Family Reconnect weekend, so no homework there. You do have the Unit 1 review, though. Your test is Wednesday. Maybe do a little bit of that. I'm also going to give you cumulative review number 2. Do next Friday. Do next Friday. Dates are always on the top, so if you forget when something is due, go back to that. 4, 5, 6. And if you have not yet handed in number 1, make sure you stop by tomorrow. You're going to stop by tomorrow to hand in number 1. Okay, I think I have to go really fast. I think I'm just going to tell you my answers. QS, LN, I think those are parallel. Yeah, one down there, one there. They're going in the same direction. Those are parallel. PL, QS. PL, QS, I think skew. PL, M, Q, I think those are parallel. And I think we're going to do a couple more of these next time. None of this is on the test. Tuesday is our real review day for the test, and test on Wednesday.